Well, what is going on out there, guys? Luke here today, and the metaverse is here, so let's talk about it. Like everything right now, there's a ton of hype, just as much misinformation, and honestly, a lot of people just do not have a full understanding or even really know what the heck it is. So I will clear this all up for you and give you my top 3 picks I'm looking to buy to get in on the metaverse right now, because even if we don't like it, it is probably coming. So hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you like the truth without the hype. And don't forget to get your completely free download, My Stock Investing Checklist, to help you out. And the Black Friday sale is live right now for the Market Insiders private group, so you have a group to lean on before making the fatal mistake of FOMO buying a metaverse stock being hyped up on YouTube after a pump and dump is nearing the top, and instead you would be avoiding that garbage and learning proper valuations and asking questions about buying great metaverse stocks at the right price. So if you want that, plus our buy and sell alerts, plus 4 free courses, live weekly Q&As, exclusive videos, and a ton more, check out the pinned comment. And before blasting me for promoting it, I have no ads, no sponsors. This is what YouTube pays me in a month, and I give half of that and half the group's proceeds to charity. So what the heck is the metaverse exactly? Well, it is essentially the next level or version of the internet, and it is a next step closer to having the virtual and the real world kind of combine. And to better illustrate this, because I really suck at English, let me show you this little clip from this video. Now this is from the hour-long video that Facebook or Meta or whatever the heck they're called, call them whatever you want, but this is from the video that they put out, and it gives you the visual that I could never provide myself. But the Luke, super basic, I went to public school and don't know fancy words take on all this is this. It is essentially combining VR, augmented reality, holograms, NFTs, blockchain, and a host of other stuff that doesn't exist yet, so real life and the internet exist together as opposed to separately like when you throw on your VR headset now. Basically, it's like a sci-fi movie only in real life. And if you don't think it's possible, the touchscreens and iPad-type devices on Star Trek were laughed at the time because it was just impossible and everybody thought, yeah right, that would never happen. Well, guess what? Everyone interacts on touchscreen devices now. You can even order a freaking cheeseburger on one. Now obviously this is the goal and the end state, but there will be stages in between before we get there, and some of the big winners from a stock perspective are not even companies right now. So don't fall for the hype machine hyping up this stock and all that, and you're gonna make 100x next year and all that good stuff on the metaverse. Think of it more like basically like stocks related to the internet in 1997 right now. The hype train isn't full on yet, but it's coming, and 90% of the stocks that come out when everyone figures out this is the future will be more like pets.com instead of like Apple, Amazon, and the rest. The hype is completely real right now and it's going to intensify, but even Mark Zuckerberg, who is pouring billions into this effort, has been working on it for like 7 or 8 years now in some form or another, and he says it's 5 years off or more at least. Which tells me it probably won't be completely mainstream until closer to 2030 most likely. Bottom line, don't follow the hype train, but don't dismiss this either, or you will be that guy that still swears the internet is just a fad and is gonna die out eventually. So here are the 3 picks that I think are positioned best to take advantage of the metaverse, but can also stand on their own as well until we get there. It is way too early to make a pure metaverse play. That's for angel investors and startups, and most of those are just an idea at this point anyways. So these stocks can stand on their own if something goes south or the metaverse doesn't really work out. So the first would be Facebook, obviously, since they are at the forefront of this, spending the most money, and they are changing their name to Meta, so they are clearly basically going full on or all in into this. Now I understand many people have mixed feelings about Facebook for a variety of reasons, and I completely understand that. That is why there are 3 picks and not just 1. But looking at Facebook, I can tell you they have the best marketing bang for their buck of any marketing platform, and as soon as older executives at large brands retire and the new crop realizes how ineffective and ridiculously expensive TV ads are compared to Facebook ads, they will switch in droves and pay a massive premium and will think it's dirt cheap. And that's great for us shareholders and will allow them to turn an even more ridiculous profit, and then they will use that money on the metaverse. They have and will have an even larger and, more importantly, endless stream of cash to pour into this thing. So all the way around, I think Facebook is a great play, or Meta, or whatever the heck it's called. And I should probably really get used to that in the new ticker symbol, or else it's really going to screw me up whenever they change it over. So the second stock on the list is Roblox. And I know I'm probably pronouncing that right, I'm sorry, but yeah, Roblox is what I'm going with. They already have a very early stage metaverse out there, and I know it revolves around gaming for the most part, but it doesn't mean they cannot move into other areas and expand, and I think they're actually doing that right now. They clearly understand the space and, more importantly, how to make money on it. Now, I personally think they may end up getting bought out by one of the ultra big dogs that we will talk about here in just a second, but that is only because they are already there and doing something that makes it very attractive to buy as opposed to spending all the cash to develop it yourself. Why not just buy a proven winner? But regardless of how that goes, Roblox clearly was a first mover in the space and clearly understands the space, and it's not just a pure speculative play because it already has a successful product, and is already doing well. And speaking of those big dogs, this isn't one of the stock picks, so don't blast me, but as a bonus, you had better believe Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and even Tesla and other mega caps will get involved in this as it all moves forward. So owning those will probably provide you some exposure as well. Even if you don't want exposure, you're probably going to get it. But on to the last stock we will discuss today, and that would be Matterport. Now, I know many of you are already familiar with this stock, but the 3D digital reconstruction market is still very young, and they are one of the earliest players in the space, so again, having that first mover advantage. I think we can all clearly see the uses for Matterport during this illness time when we couldn't view real estate in real life, and it's also used for commercial projects and a host of other things like that. But this tech will be one of the key components to building out the metaverse, and Matterport is one of the companies at the forefront of that. Now, having said all those nice things about Matterport, they just had an earnings miss, and prior to that, the stock was running super rich, so make sure you really understand the numbers and how much future growth you are paying for before diving into this thing. And also realize the potential monster profits for Matterport in regards to the metaverse are in the distant future. They are not the near future, so projections now are absolutely best guesses, if that, so don't find yourself doing that. But I really want your take on this metaverse thing. Is it the future? I mean, will it be a bust? Comment down below with what you think and what stocks you think will benefit the most. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.